焼肉万歳。突撃人間戦車リミテッドオペレーション。
Yeah, there's a third game of these. I'm still far from done. If I had to compare this game to the previous ones, where Alta was basically the first game, but more in every regard, more tanks, more maps, more stuff. This one is quite more limited in its scope. So what it did there, yeah. I mean, not compared to the first game, there's definitely more to do, I reckon, than the first game, but you don't have to all that overwhelming amount of tanks and enemies and stuff. Then, as in also, they quite dialed all that back. There's also a bunch of other stuff that's been cut. Gonna talk about that when you get there. No, new game. I knew this day would come. Ah! Commander, Scout Tank Mihari is under attack. I haven't been hit yet, sir. Then get out of there quick. Not yet! A future in which we cannot stand on the battlefield. Eat this! I'll counterattack! My pistol! It's too heavy! The equipment! My god! Why can't I lift them? I feel so weak! A day in which the tank's role will end. Could it be that she's at her limit? Is this as far as I go today? Mihari, watch out! I'm done for! Huh? The enemy human tank was about to shoot, but something intercepted it. A lone and beautiful human tank. You saved me! The unknown tank turned her head and said, "Can you still fight?" So But I can still fight.
まだ戦えるであります。
It's at times like this where I remember that this is technically a cheap visual novel. The stage is Japan, a world not unlike modern-day Japan. The Empire of Japan and the Kingdom of Japan, two sides dividing the land, create living weapons called human tanks to fight on the front lines. This conflict between the two nations has transformed into a proxy war between the human tanks themselves. Hey Hana, we came all this way to the headquarters, but do you know the reason? I don't know. There could be a million reasons why we're being summoned. 50 years have passed since the development of the human tanks. Yes, this is like 30 years after the first two games. Can you imagine Alta as a middle-aged woman? Can you imagine Chiyoko or Kurara as like middle-aged adults? I cannot. No, they always built like small gremlins to me. The country of Japan, home to the human tanks that have functioned as the focal point of the war, continues to steadily change by the moment. Shirahase, sir, you don't know what we're called? Well, I can't think of any reason why, but I haven't heard anything. 2 officers make for the Emperor of Japan's military headquarters, the sound of their footsteps echoing through the air. Captain Yataro Shirahase and Lieutenant Hana Kunohara. They are the heroes of this story. Hana, did you know? The 5th Armored Company was disbanded 4 days ago. They broke up another HQ company directly serving the Emperor? Seems all troops from the 6th Company have been disbanded, so now all forces connected to the human tanks are... Compared to a year ago, there's only half of us left. What are they thinking? Times are changing. We might finally get the boot too. Don't jinx us! And please, sir, don't call me by my first name. Well, if that's the case, Lieutenant, you have to call me Captain. Excuse me, Captain Shirahase and Lieutenant Kunohara reporting for duty. Enter. Yes. You called for us? You here. That was faster than I expected. Yes, sir. We've got a request to ask of you. That's why we called you here all the way here. A request, sir? Did you think you were being reassigned? No, I... Perish the thought. Yes, that's exactly what we thought. Captain! I hear that you two have the highest success rate in our human tank-related operations. Yes, I have heard similar things as well. Thank you very much, sir. This mission should suit you well. We didn't have much time, so I'll make it short. You two will lead human tanks to Nagoya to serve as reinforcements for the Kingdom of Japan. Both their eyes drop to the table where an envelope has been placed in preparation for their arrival. The details are written in your assignment papers there. Reassignment? Does this mean we're moving against other human tanks? Any questions? No, sir. Oh, I've got a question. If you're going to Nagoya, we're not just going for a cup of tea. The captain asked again, changing the lieutenant's refusal to an affirmation. Nagoya. Located at the border of the Kingdom of Japan and the Empire of Japan. Exactly as you said. That's the mission. The general paused to catch his breath and continued. We've heard the enemy threatening the Kingdom of Japan is in command of human tanks. Isn't that a serious problem? The Empire of Japan and the Kingdom of Japan use human tanks. No, ever since before human tanks were used, a long and fierce battle has been unfolding. But the circumstances surrounding the human tanks have changed greatly. A ceasefire has been reached, and rumors of an approaching peace are spreading. The long battle between the two nations was finally reaching an end. And besides, there was far greater reason to improve relations than mere goodwill. It's hard to believe they have enough tanks to rebel with when the radiotoxic particles they operate on are about to disappear from Japan. The radiotoxic particles are depleting? Yeah, that plotline from the first game is finally coming full circle. Yes, and the number of our human tanks affected by the particle depletion is not small. To make matters worse, with the arms reduction agreement with the kingdom, we have to limit the number of human tanks. Wait, that means Shiro is going to die. No! So the supply of human tanks for the mission. Naturally, we were provided with enough to fight, but didn't expect too much. Copy that. If that's all, we will move out to exterminate the rebel group. That's not your mission, Lieutenant. What? Sire, the moving enemy human tanks must be apprehended, correct? You're asking that we bring them back to our country legally without being noticed by the Kingdom of Japan. I didn't say that. It's enough that you act for the Imperial cause. It seems like we find the right people for the job. Huh? We're expecting great things of you, Major Shirahase and Captain Kunohara. Captain? I'm a captain? She hurriedly pulled out the paper in the envelope. Sir, we've been promoted! I'm a captain, and you're a major! The newly promoted major gazed into the room, but he couldn't read the expression of the figure in the darkness. The radiotoxic particles were dying out. That was the other reason for a ceasefire between the Empire and the Kingdom. Radiotoxic particles, the vital energy source for all human tanks. These airborne electric particles can be obtained from all over Japan. Particles that could also be called the fuel of human tanks were slowly disappearing. In other words, in the near future, human tanks can no longer be used as weapons. We could have gotten promoted even higher if the radiotoxic particles were fated to disappear. But radiotoxic particles are harmful to humans. Of course it's better if they disappear. Is that how you really feel? Oh, of course not. The end of human tanks? It's like a bad dream. That's right, Hana. You're a human tank maniac, huh? I told you not please not call me by my first name. Lieutenant Kunohara, or rather Captain Kunohara, sometimes mods human tanks. In fact, she's a little bit of a human tank nerd. and she's continued to act as Major Shirahasa's right-hand woman for these past long years. Is this your garrison, Commander? Captain Kunihara, starting today you'll be stationed at this garrison too. I'd expect this for a major, but until a while ago you were a captain. This is way better than my house. It seems they bought a hot spring resort. There are hot springs? Well, they all dried up though. Ah, is that what the military bought it? You're pretty lucky, Commander. You calling me Commander or Major just makes me itch. Please get used to it, Commander. Aside from the order to lead the reinforcements, the other order has been one other order had been announced. The Imperial 4th Armored Corps. They have been entrusted to lead this specialized company of human tanks as Commander and Vice Commander. Even though it's an armored company, there are basically no reserve troops. But the Imperial 4th Armored Corps is the most prestigious company of all the human tank forces. I choose time to sleep over prestige any day. Just as lazy as you were when we were still at the military academy, I see. Captain, sir! Welcome back, Captain! Yep, we're back, Miyari. Oh, Lieutenant Kurohara, it's been a long time! Sir, who is this human tank? Scout Tank Miyari, part of my outfit. Don't you remember meeting her a couple times before? Oh, really? I'll go fetch her some tea, sir. Miyari, before that. What is it, Lieutenant? I'm a captain studying today, but please, call me Vice Commander. Oh, you've been promoted! Congratulations! And your commanding officer is a major. He's the commander of a company. Oh! Oh! Also, Vice Commander Kunihara will be living in this garrison starting today. You're progressing too fast! What happened in this one day? I'll tell you later, but for now I'm tired. Get my futon ready. What are you saying, sir? We have to move out immediately! We're being dispatched? Can we fight? Oh, that's right. Sir? What is it? Where are we? We're taking the ravine path that detours near Mishirogahara on the way to Nagoya. A little further entering the Kingdom of Japan's territory. There's supposedly fighting between the Kingdom forces and the rebel forces just ahead, on this side of Nagoya. So it's not just a training exercise? Is this a real thing? Were you not listening when I told you? We're going as reinforcements for the royal forces. Wait, so we are fighting the royal army? I'm telling you, no. We're going to fight the rebel forces who are fighting the royal army. Miyari is just as stupid as ever. This is no laughing matter. Commander, it's the enemy army. Imperial forces spotted. Commencing assault. But why? We haven't even reached Kingdom territory yet. It seems we've been ambushed. Ambush? Commander, should we order a retreat? The human tanks provided provisions by the headquarters are too few. The majority of our forces have yet to convene. So the human tanks. You think we can escape? Sir, do you think we can win? But there's only one way to find out. Get ready, Imperials! Commander, sir! Yo, you wait for the rest of our forces in the rear. But Commander and Vice Commander! Informing our backup is a priority. Once you get here, come assist us immediately. Roger! First battle in a while. Commander. Okay, commence the attack. Yeah, we're given an explanation of all the tank types now. If you, for some reason, start with this video, command tanks are basically your chess kings. If you lose all of them, you game over. Your goal is to kill all of their command tanks. Stat-wise, they are kind of middle of the road. Nothing that they particularly excel at. So, you generally don't want them in the front lines. Assault tanks are pretty fast, decently good attack capabilities. The only thing about them is that they are actually no, yeah, they have very poor sight. They cannot recon, and basically they rely on you running into stuff to find stuff and then shooting at them, or finding blindly into the fog of war. Artillery tanks, if you need to carpet bomb something, there you go. They can have really good area of effect later on. They're bigger form. They have very long range comparatively. Some of the later ones also have very big frames, so they're really hard to kill. The main issue is, however, that they are very slow. They have poor movement rates. Good luck getting them to actually do anything. But when they get to do something, it will hurt. Scout tanks are decently. They're also kind of middle of the road, except unlike command tanks, they have really good sight and recon capabilities, so if you need something found, they will probably do. Shock tanks are fast, cheap, and they fight stuff by killing themselves. They were pretty good in the first game. This game they have other factors that makes them kinda the worst. Mostly the fact that they kill themselves, which has other repercussions beyond the fact that you have one tank less to work with. And that's it for now. It's a bit an explanation for the fog of war. If you cannot see it, you don't know if there is something, so you just have to guess or blind fire. Or use informed knowledge about where stuff is shooting from. I won't be able to do anything until this shock tank arrives and kills one of my Asahis. Hands-on teaching. Kills itself and kills one of your assault tanks. Nothing you can do about it. Legit, at least legit. You can move pretty fast for studying tank, but that will change. Nothing you can do there. You move in. Oops. So I was going to recon, but no. Kill. You recon this side. There's a scout. There's a scout. So I'm gonna have you. Okay, that was blind fire. Worth it. You go here, kill the scout. Just to prevent her from uncovering my units and so they don't get killed. There might be here. Something here. No? Okay. That was a command tank. Here's artillery tank. She's now basically useless because how many tiles can she shoot at? 1, 2, 3 tiles that I might want to. That's me. How did I guess? Okay. Bad guess. You can go in here and I don't know. Well, that's my scout gone. Takes a while. Starting tanks are really stupidly slow. Go looking for that command tank. Oh, there she is. Let's kill her. And that's a win. Limit clear success. Every map has some condition that you need to fulfill to get so-called limit clear. If you get enough limit clears on certain maps, you get unlock stuff. I don't think the limit clear in this map unlocks anything. I don't exactly know how you get. I know it does spell how you get points. So how much you kill gets defeat points. How many you lose or don't lose rather gets you damage points. Final, I don't know. It's the sum of those two. I have no idea what top means. Maybe a speed victory, but wipeout. I don't know. Either way, I think that's an S rank. Yeah, that's the highest you can get. Commander, we won. They were pretty good, eh? All the same, did these human tanks belong to the rebel forces? The enemy commander escaped before he could confirm. But if they are with the rebels, they sure are expending a lot of human tanks just for an ambush. They must be stronger than we thought. I'm also impressed with the number of these operational tanks they sent for the ambush. As long as they're operational, human tanks are far more powerful weapons than artillery. We really should have cleaned them all up. Right, as long as they're operational. The enemy is no longer in sight, but we can't let our guard down. Let's call Mihari back here immediately. You're right, we're running our own human tanks too. Let's have Mihari scout for the enemy while we advance. Mihari, prepare to scout immediately! Commander, what is it? Scout tank Mihari isn't here. Not here? That can't be, we ordered her to wait in the rear. What, is she hiding or something? Mihari, stop hiding and get out here! An explosion? What was that sound? That sounded like a human tank exploding! Hana, they're here! There they are! I knew this day would come. Ah! Damn, another ambush? Commander, Scout Tank Mihari is under attack! I haven't been hit yet, sir! So get out of there quick! Not yet! A future in which we cannot stand on the battlefield. Eat this! I'll counterattack! My pistol! It's too heavy! The equipment! My god! Why can't I lift them? I feel so weak! A day in which the tank's world will end. Could it be that she's at her limit? Is this as far as I go today? Mihari, watch out! I'm done for! The enemy human tank was about to shoot, but something intercepted it. A lone and beautiful human tank. You saved me? The unknown tank turned her head and said, "Can you still fight?" So but I can still fight.
まだ戦えるであります。
A tu lado me siento mejor. Nunca te vayas de aquí, mi amor. Me siento mejor. Nunca te vayas de aquí, mi amor.
Pretty smooth rendition of La La La. Neo Nagoya military base. The Kingdom of Japan's military base that lies along the border with the once hostile Empire of Japan. Even if no acts of war breaks the ceasefire, Neo Nagoya base is a vital point for preserving the delicate peace. They also have a vast reserve of human tanks. Even with more than half of them having ceased operating due to the depletion of radiotoxic particles, it doesn't change that it's a miracle. That base is now in control of certain men. What fools. Who would have thought that space could be occupied so easily? A small group of royal army soldiers started a rebellion against their nation and turned the area surrounding its base into a battlefield. They called themselves the New Japan Alliance Army. We're too close to no damage. Those kingdom forces still have human tanks who can fight, yet they turned tail and fled. How pathetic. Even with all the human tanks and equipment, the humans who lead them are just garbage. Thanks to their retreat, we should have no problems replenishing our supply of human tanks and materials. Well, aside from the materials, there is no way we can use human tanks. Kingdom tanks can only be used by kingdom soldiers. So what should we do? Should we dispose of all the human tanks in the warehouse? No, just leave them as is. Really? But why? Never mind why, just do what I tell you. Yes, sir. Assault tank troop, cease your current duty and prepare to deploy. Yes, sir! The commander doesn't even look at his subordinates rushing to leave. He looks up at the sky. Reinforcements from the Emperor should be arriving any minute now. Did the ambush on the Imperial reinforcements succeed? No. If things went as planned, it should have come undone. How long will we be able to fight, I wonder? His confidence in victory borders on conviction. But he has been unable to suppress an uneasy feeling since a while ago. He has overwhelming numbers, a locational advantage, and the plan is flawless. But even so, or maybe that's precisely why, we can't lose. We have to win. Along a hill located between Neo Nagoya military base and the border, countless human tanks continue their march. Nothing like a scraped together team, line after line of tanks proceed in unison. The New Japan Alliance Army's attack is about to begin. Now. Counter offensive at Banri Peninsula. Alright, chapter 2. Commander, suppression complete. The enemy tanks have disappeared from the perimeter. We made it somehow. In Imperial territory, the 4th Imperial Armored Corps has been ambushed in the ravine pass of Yumishirogahara at the border of the kingdom. Due to the efforts of the human tanks, the enemy ambush was successfully defeated. We should be safe for now. We bumped the floor with those guys pretty good. Okay, so let's get to the real issue at hand then. the human tank who saved Scout Tank Mihari and eradicated the second wave of enemy tanks in a single flash. She was the type of human tank that no one had ever seen before, and she was standing right in front of them. Thank you! You saved my life! What are you? You wear neither a steel helmet nor a hat. The human tanks developed by the Imperial Army have steel helmets, and the Kingdom tanks have hats. It was an established regulation. In the long history of the war, there were likely some cases of Kingdom tanks using metal helmets, and vice versa. And as in this instance, there were occasions of looting Kingdom tanks and using their equipment. But you is completely different. Yeah, you don't have a helmet or a hat. Where are they from? I mean, there's been, tanks without. Ruru, Rara, a bunch of, yeah, a bunch of the tanks in the cavern, the weird ones. I am an all-purpose prototype command tank called name Hotaru. I'm just a loner, a mercenary. Mercenary? But how can a human tank be a mercenary? A mercenary is a mercenary. Even the enemies can become friends if they're paying the right amount. And is that the kind of mercenary you are? Affirmative. That's what, depending on the conditions, I'll have both the Empire or the Kingdom. Ah, so you would help those rebels too, then? I'll leave that to your imagination. But that's not quite the issue. In other words, you're a straight tank, right? Tank without the commanding officer? Yeah, that must be what she is. Don't lump me in with those filthy tanks. You can't tell just by looking at me. Tell what? You don't know. I'm too cute, right? What? Oh, she's actually pretty cute. Right? And that's why I'm a little different from the other human tanks. Get it? Oh no, what's with her? Please don't ask, sir. Oh, whatever. I don't get it, but anyway, you helped us out back there. I'd like to pay you back, but where's your commander? Commander? Well, you're not a straight tank, right? So you must have a commander. Commander? You must be my owner. Owner? Yeah, I was told by my owner to go help the Imperial reinforcements. What? All the more reason to go express our gratitude. You said go help, so your owner must be someone from the Kingdom? Right. If you ask my owner, you'll understand more. Anyway, you guys should come with me. I'll take you to my owner. Commander? What is it? Do you think we can trust what this human tank is saying? Well, let's go with her for now. It doesn't seem especially dangerous. I won't object, but... Empire, Banri Peninsula. Since establishing Nagoya as the border between the Kingdom and the Empire, the two nations have been in a standoff for more than 10 years. Despite the ceasefire, both countries have established bases to secure their borders so that they don't intimidate each other. The Kingdom of Shapur's new Nagoya military base. Vital to securing the coastal route, Nagoya District's main force has been deployed here. In order to respond to the main force at any time. The Imperial forces have established as a base on the coast likewise. Except it's different from the Kingdom's base in that this Banri Peninsula was built in a hurry. Our home team, the Empire, has a base north of Nagoya too. Maybe they just weren't generous enough to spend on the Banri Peninsula base. Whoa, Commander! It's an Imperial base, but it looks like there's a lot of Royal human tanks there! Wow! Damn it, I was hit. You're right, what's going on? They were all attacked by the Alliance Army and escaped here. Attacked? The Kingdom forces have been attacked? You can't just ignore them! Does this mean Neo Nagoya base has fallen? It can't be. Can't be, but it is. Who are you? You must be the Imperial reinforcements. You got here faster than I thought. Owner. Owner? This person is the owner that Totaro was talking about? Yep, that's me. Nice to meet you, Major Shiraze and Captain Kunohara. You know us? I do. I'm the one who requested reinforcements from the Empire. My name is Katsura. Sorry for the late intro. Katsura? I'm a mercenary for a living. Let me thank you on behalf of the Kingdom. After losing so many battles, there's hardly any operational human tanks left. You've helped a lot by bringing all these materials. It's not much, but we've got some tanks from the Empire too. If they can be of any use to the Kingdom, ma'am, there's really not that many though. Right. By the way, you can call me Miss Katsura. Miss Katsura? Right. So, Katsura, why did you call for us for reinforcements and not the Kingdom? That's Miss Katsura. Excuse me? Call me Miss Katsura. What a weirdo. Miss Katsura? What a cutie. You must be the last surviving long-range scout tank Mihari, right? Well, she knows her stuff. Yeah, yes! Hotaru saved my life! Good, Hotaru. You followed my orders to the letter. Of course. I wasn't dead either. Right. Hotaru, you're working with them from now on. Really? With us? What? But why? Does this mean my cooperation is finished? Major Shirahase? What is it? Please use my Hotaru to fight with the Kingdom forces. Huh? Miss Kazura, if you could, please explain what's going on. We just got into the Bandri Peninsula. I am adept to the Kingdom. I'm fighting for them as a mercenary against the New Japan Alliance army. So you really are a mercenary? I'm just in it for the money. That's about right. Anyway, until I come get her, please use Hotaru as you like. Hey, don't just decide that on your own. Please, Hotaru. A human tank that disobeys their commander? I feel like I'm in a different world. No. She's a very good girl. Okay, got it. Just come get me soon. Don't worry, Major Shirahase is a great guy. I can tell that. What's gotten into you? Commander, you're ogling. No, I'm not. Miss Katsura, Hotaru aside, where is the commander of the Kingdom forces? We've brought supplies from the Emperor. We'd like to hand them over. The Kingdom forces commander fled. Fled? What do you mean? Just like I said, he ran away. Brave Sir Robin ran away. The only ones left are a few officers. You ran away. You've got to be kidding me. Miss Katsura, the Alliance forces are attacking, sir. An Alliance scout party? No, sir. The old army that attacked near Nagoya base. There's too many of them. That was way faster than I expected. Oh, what's that? There's so many human tanks! The whole plane is red from the lights of the human tanks. Could it be they come here to Could they be coming here to Banri? Is that the enemy? My apologies, but it looks like our time for explanation has been cut short. It's just as you might guess. That's a rebel group that broke from the Kingdom of Japan, the New Japan Alliance army. We're going to fight them? Ah! What are you guys getting all scared for? That many tanks? I'm itching for a fight. Itching? You're going to attack them head on? That's obvious, no? Miss Katsura, your tank, I think she's broken. Cute, right? Insanity must run in the family. Here we go. Attack! Yeah! Hey, wait! Commander, what should he do? I guess we've got no choice. We'll support Kingdom forces with Hotaru. That's okay, right? We can all hear all the explanations afterwards. I need a tea cake. Damn it, what the hell is with all this? Hana, we're moving out. Don't call me by my first name. Right, this time we can deploy. A bit of intel. We deploy our units before moving out. Difference between enemy and ally units, and also the red and blue icons that distinguish them even further. So Hotaru, pretty mobile compared to the rest. She has 3 movements, unlike everything except for Miki here, the scout. She has also 3 speed, so she's definitely the most mobile of my units. Only range 1, unfortunately. The move 1 is also from the module, so usually she's actually kind of weak, but yeah, she wants to be on the front line, sure. I'm not gonna use any pochis, they are kind of bad in this game. You might have figured already, in this game, the more units you lose, the worse your score is, so I do not want to lose units. Right, formation, swap around here. Actually, you can go like here, I suppose. Need a few scouts. Mihari. Yes, here, and a Mike here. Finally, Kana here. Let's get a cookie. I think that's all. Yeah, that's all. Alright, let's see how that works out. I hope that Hotaru doesn't get taken out really early on, because she's not actually good at fighting. She's just good at being fast. Nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing there. So this is the kind of game where you definitely want to reload See, that's what I mean. Where you want to try a map over again and reload from your saves to position them a bit faster so your early advantage is maintained. So right now I'm going to not move that Aoba immediately, and I'm going to wait for that movement to occur so I can just kill that shock tank immediately. Yeah, you keep going. Alright, that should be it. No? Okay. Weird. No. You move here. Recon this corner. Nothing. Okay. So that's pretty safe unless that one tile there isn't, in which case it's dead. Okay, some blind fire. I don't know. Okay, found an assault tank. Pretty good. Miyari, you have pretty good recon capabilities, like massive range. I love that. Okay, that's where the shock tank went to. I can hit that. You go nowhere. I wanted to stay behind just for now. You can hit this tile. Nothing there, okay. Yeah. Keep going. Alright, seems safe enough now. Let's recon. Okay, Kana, you're up next. Good, so Kana can take care of that assault tank. Pretty nice. 3 down, 5 more to go. There's one tile she can hit. Nothing in there, so that side is kinda clean. Okay. Hotaru, when do you move? Pretty soon she can get the kill. Yeah, good. Okay, there's a scout. Kill that one for more score. Move up and kill that leggings. 5 down, no losses. That should be enough for an S rank. Yep. That's an S rank. Yeah. I mean, it's an early map. Of course it's easy. Miss Kasura, what's with this Hotaru? We've never seen a human tank like that. She's like a command tank, but I've never seen a tank that adapts to an offensive like Hotaru. That's because it's a masterpiece work of the genius Miss Katsura, the most powerful human tank ever created. Really? Really? Are you gonna come with me at me like that? Really? Wait, Miss Katsura, you built that? Of course. Even if she's defeated, she'll be restored for the next battle, so no need to worry. Hey, this tank sounds like foul play. So this must be the rumored return module. They say that just by equipping it, you can be revived on the battlefield. But even with Hotaru's help, there's not much we can do. Well, the enemy numbers are just too overwhelming. Even after destroying the Alliance human tank forces, new tanks will attack them from behind. The human tanks of the Kingdom forces, along with Hotaru, fought the good fight, but the tactical disadvantage can't be denied. The first wave of human tanks has been wiped out. Dispatch the second wave. The Imperial forces supplies are ours for the taking. It seems like their aim is the supplies we bought for the human tanks. It would seem so. Attacking Bunbury Peninsula was all part of the Alliance plan, it seems. This is no time for chit-chat. What happened to the Kingdom's human tanks? At this rate, we'll all be wiped out. The Kingdom forces are all out of tanks. What did you just say? Because of the disappearance of the radiotoxic particles, they can no longer be deployed to battle. We can't use any of them anymore. So they're all at the action limit. There's not even one tank left that can move. You heard her. They're all wiped out. There's not one left with the ability to even lift a gun. What about the Kingdom's elite force, the new Nagia base unit? They're all gone, and that's where the commanders have all retreated. Commander, what should he do? How stupid. I can't believe this. Miss Katsura, the second wave of Alliance forces is coming. They've got a huge number of tanks with them, sir. Can you still fight? I'm sorry, I can't lift my rifle. Damn it. Why did they have to go use this all at the same time? sir. The kingdom has all these human tanks, but not even one can fight? What a waste! Major Shirahase? Hey, you guys! Yes, sir. Quit slacking off. Put some effort into it and pick up your rifles. Commander? I won't take any more of this not fighting crap. Get moving and grab your rifles. Commander? What's going on? The enemy is right in front of us. Light up at don't break rank. Forward march. Rifles at ready. That's the spirit. Annihilate the enemy. Charge! The human tanks. They're holding their rifles. And moving. It can't be. Can they fight? Huh? I can't believe it. The tanks at their action limit, they're all operational again. See? They can do it if they try after all. Is it really just a matter of trying? Rifles up! Fire! What's going on? Are the Kingdom tanks all supposed to be at their action limit? The Kingdom tanks have recommenced operations! We're surrounded. We can't move forward any further. And you call this us human tanks? Retreat! Retreat back to Neo Nagoya! Despite their overwhelming superiority in numbers, the Alliance force was being defeated, but the Kingdom tanks had suddenly reawakened. Taken by surprise, the remnants of the Alliance force had no choice but to retreat back to the border. The Great Offensive of Banri Peninsula. The following weeks, this conflict became known throughout the land. As did the names of the Fourth Imperial Armored Corps, who fought bravely with inoperative human tanks and Yatro Shirase. I can't believe it! Yataro Shirahase. Commander, the battle has been won, sir! Ain't that great? Man, is that a relief or what? You really are so moody, sir. So this is Yataro Shirahase of the Empire of Japan. My new commander. Alright, now we're getting explanation for limit clears and stuff, and scores. Also, every tank that you defeat gets put into the encyclopedia, so you have to kind of be thorough if you want 100% completion, especially with some more rare tanks later on. Probably, I don't know, I haven't played this game really far actually. Arctic Territory, Kingdom of Japan, National Border, Emperor of Japan, Direct Rule, Kumano. Okay, those are new places. I don't think I've ever been to those. Kuharu, yay. What else? Mihari. So I'm guessing the unique tanks are all at the very top, and then that's where you start the generic ones. Pico Pico, Pata Pata, so, oh, that was a fast one at the very first mission, I guess. The one that just went for the assault tank. Mission list, you can rewatch the cutscenes. The game doesn't make you go through the entire story mode again just to see the cutscenes. Some missions you can lose and you can watch their cutscenes, not the first two though. Also got the limit clears for those two, S rank, top score. Yeah, it should be obvious with the bad. You also see the top score across all the missions. No idea what the reason for that is, but I think the later missions you can get a higher top score. This bragging rights, I guess. That was a long first video for this game.